Hey guys, this is Rich from Over the Fender Garage. Alright, I've got a patch panel I bought for the doors. Mainly because it needs this corner the worst. So I wanted to have this piece on it. I figured it would be shaped like the original, but it's not. And it is really, really bad. This one over here, just to my body line right here, into where that is, approximately same place. It's a 1/4 inch short. Go over here to approximately the same place. It's almost a 1/2 inch short on that side. So what I'm gonna have to do here, I'm just gonna split this right here and take this piece off of it, up around the corner, somewhere. Be somewhere in about here, and then come down into here, something like this. Take that piece off. I'm gonna cut it off this before I cut my door. Since this is so bad on measuring, and the line is really, really sloppy down here, so I'm gonna have to tighten this bend before I do anything either. So, this is definitely gonna be some work to get that in there. But the good thing is, it's just this piece of the door that's bad. And it's basically the same on the driver's side door. It's just that little corner. Even this one's good. I could leave this one on here. But you should be real careful on this, so I don't destroy a good door, halfway good door, for garbage replacement piece. So we'll just get it into where it fits almost before I do any kind of cutting on this door. But I will remove this piece of the door skin, but I won't move the door skin from it. I'll just grind off the piece of sheet metal until I can get this lip off here, because I'm going to change the front anyway, the panel itself. But I need to have this piece out here, and I want this panel, the front side, to stay where it's at. So I don't want to loosen it up at all. I just want this piece out of the way so I can try to fit this in there. So it's going to take a little creative thinking. Shouldn't be too bad, I hope. But just got to go carefully on it to don't destroy the door itself. All right. So that's the game plan. See how it all works out. Now with that edge ground off, you can see where the inner panel and the outer panel meet. So you know where the bottom of the door skin has to stop at. You fix this piece in here. You know it can't extend any further out than that. Otherwise your new panel will not fit on there correctly. But took my little poker here and you can, that's bam. So, got to rust. So, you see, I have to replace it up to this line at least, because that's all good, but here is bad. So I have to come in here somewhere like that. I have to come in here somewhere in here and replace that piece. So probably come down to here, somewhere in there, around here. And then this corner here, something like that. That whole piece is going to have to go. This piece here, you're going to have to try to get this bent, this part of it bent down. You can see it overlaps pretty good. So if I could tighten this up, move this down, it should work. And over here it's really close. So gonna have to fiddle with it a little bit. Should be able to get it to work. But the other piece, none of this part matched at all. So this is the only part you can really use. I could have cut it up higher on here, but on the driver's side I'm gonna have to, because it's some rust up into this, or I'll have to patch it. But first work on this one, get this one to work out before I go doing any cutting on the door the rest of the way. But should be able to get it to work. But just don't want to bend the outer skin at all, setting in the new one, and then got to put some kind of drain in it, because there's not even drains put in the thing. So a little bit at a time, baby steps on this, get it to work. That I've got it squeezed up tight. If that shows up or not. You see I made it longer right there. So I gave myself a mark here and a mark here, because this one was really close. And I flipped it over, put the mark on this side. And I just used my vise, you saw it in fast forward. I moved that line to where I needed it. And then it had a bow. It bowed like that. So I just took a piece of wood and stretched the metal. And I can flatten this down a little more. That's the underside of the door. Quick body work, gonna cover that up. But now, this fits in there with really not that much work to get that part to fit. So that'll go in there. So this is all good. We take and where'd my pencil go? We take right in the same area that was before. Now knock a few drains in it, and then I will put another one right here. It'll be nothing fancy. I'll just take and punch it through with a chisel. Just something so it's got a hole there so stuff can drain out of there. But this part is ready to go on. I should be able to get that to work now. It's not pushing my door panel down at all. Move that little, it's hitting the bodywork over here, little body pile over here. Take that off there. But I don't want it to move the front door panel at all when it goes in. So I'll slightly trim out some of this, and now I have access to it since this piece is close enough now, so I can get it to work from here. And like this over here, I'll just tap it while it's in and weld it and tap it till I kind of get that form going. But that's good. This one's going pretty good. If this one goes good, it means drivers will all go good because it's worse. So, we start getting that piece ready to go in. All right, I actually got that fit really nice. It's all tacked in there right now. And this would be 4 inches from hook there to right there. One over here. 4 inches. Hook down right there. So that's all good. Down there, it's 4 inches. So that's a good line there. 4 inches all the way across. I kind of just used a chisel, give myself a little body line there. I kind of missed it there, but that's all right. But now, see, that's why I say leave the panel on, because now I have to grind this back to that panel so that these two are the same, And then I can flip it over and change the door skin. And I know that this is not too far down because the original panel. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna grind this off and then I'm gonna peel the panel off, get that out the way. And these are spot welded on. Just gotta make sure you get them spot welds out. Stuff like reproductions, a lot of reproduction doors I bought, they don't spot weld them at all. So having the skin spot welded makes it very strong. And they don't spot weld them, they're flimsy and they bend on you. So you pop all these spot welds, but get that apart. All right, this is the old skin. This is the front half where it meets the fender. You see right approximately that body line right there. You get it right in there for approximately right there. We bring it over to this skin here. You can see that it's off. Maybe probably 1/8 of an inch or so. So we got to bend that up a little bit in that area I've already got marked. And then the back side is almost the same. And this one I've got most of it bent, but it's got to go a tiny bit more. And that'll sit down on there nice and tight like it was. So let's get these little corners bent in a little bit more. That skin is ready to go on. Everything else drops on there pretty good. Goes down on it. It's held in the same place. So it should match up really good. Once you get these corners bent in a little bit, get that down a little tighter, should all look really good. All right, there it is with the door skin removed. So I kind of cleaned up as much of the rust as I can with the wheel. Not a big deal, but along the edge is cleaned up. All this stuff has been welded on the inside. It does have a small lap on it, so really no way to butt it. If you're to butt it and get it wrong, you can't adjust it. So I just did it this way, which is fine because I'll get in here once it's all put together. I'll seam seal the inside all the way around as much as I can, and then I'll just spray bomb the inside of the door. It'll stop enough of the rust from coming back. But it's all fit on there nice. And then this is the old door panel, and I'm just making sure that this and this match because there was extra metal on here, so I had to trim that back. I had to trim this one back to match that, and the height was sticking out too far, so I had to bring it in a little bit. I got all my holes punched, spot welded on. And one thing these door panels do not come with is the handle support. So I'll put that on there. Other than that, it's basically ready to go on. Start sticking it together here. And I did put marks right here, and that will line up with this bend right here and right here with the T-square. So I know it's approximately the same spot. I mean, it should fall into those, but it's always good to have a mark of some sort. so you can find it. This one here, where is it? It's right there. That one goes on that. This one here onto that one. But it's all ready to stick together. So I'm going to stick it on there. Get it ready to go. This one's just about done. Alright, I've got this on here. Nice and tight. Not quite perfect. I got a little spot right there, but I can't get it out. This one over here is pretty good. And everything else falls where it's supposed to. This is right on the fire line. That is. This is right here. So, next thing to do here is start folding the lip over. So you get it tight onto the door. And I will hang it before I do any welding on this part to make sure everything lines up. I mean, it should. Shouldn't have a problem with that. But yeah, that's that. And if you look down this is why it's always good to have one door that you can reference off of. I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, but you look at the back side, if I can get this right here, and if you're to track up this line, this inside line will grow as you're going back. And this will kind of look like it's falling down. Let's see if I can get this here. You can see it. Then if you go over to the other door and do the same thing across it, you'll see that this side on the inside disappears, but if you keep it going straight across, you'll see it comes up. So it's sticking up about that much. So it's in the right spot, matches this door. There shouldn't be any problems with it. So I'm gonna fold it over, hang it up, test it, make sure it's all good before I do any welding on that part. Then it'll be ready to be assembled all the way. And what'll be done? It's not bad, probably 3 hours worth of work compared to buying a new door. And I know it's gonna fit. But a new door might fit good. They might not, I don't know, but a little bit of labor, got the same door. All right, there it is. It's just hung. This panel is not welded yet. It's just hung on there. Bring this out like it should be. Bottom door's got to go in a tiny bit, but get the idea. It's pretty close. Back side is pretty good. This part here does stick out a little bit, but I think because I don't have it rolled all the way, I left that spot. But corners like this will have to be pulled out a tiny bit because it's, you see it's pushed in too far. But that'll happen when you're doing these. Once you get it all set up, you should be able to get that out. But it's close. Looking good. I do have the bottom is hitting right here. So I gotta dent that up a little bit because I know those things were not even shaped the same. So I'm gonna have a little issue with them. That's why I test fit it before I go too far. And then if you're putting it on and you twist the door, if you already got it welded, you can't twist it back. Because right now I can twist the door this way, just by putting the board in somewhere and pushing on it. So, but as for lining up on it, the bottom's got to go in a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty close. Pretty happy with that. So a little bit more, and this one's almost done. And now I'll finish getting this all tight. Well, it's hanging on the truck. It won't move around as much. And I can just keep working it on the truck until I get everything settled. Put a couple tacks in it, and then take it off and spot weld it on. All right, there is the back side is 100% tight on the panel, and I've got the bottom tight to about here. I can't quite get in there to hit it, but now you can see it's pretty good lined up on the bottom. It's good lined up this way. It's good lined up from the side all the way up it. So now I'll tack weld, put a few tack welds on this side so the door can't move. Take it off and finish this. You see that body line? This is loose. Only got one bolt. See, it's not bad for just hanging on there. No shims in it, no adjusting at all. So it's pretty close. So now I'll tack weld that side so I can take it off, it doesn't move around. Then I'll finish out this edge and this door will be done. This side will be pretty much done on the cab. We could jump over to the driver's side and do the driver's side door. Get that one done. If you guys are liking what you're seeing in my videos, please hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks.
The gas in the